What's up, y'all? It's LW. Y'all know what it is. You read the thumbnail, seen the title, so let's get right into it. So, my guilty pleasure that I like to say to a lot of my friends out there is that I'm a big Star Rail fan, and they just I cannot believe it half the time. But for real, I really love this game, and I play it all the time. Even as I'm a console player, but I not mostly, I only play it on PC, but I use a controller like a filthy console player. But actually I use kind of a mix, and some parts of the menu is definitely better to use the mouse, but most of the time I use a controller. So what we're gonna do here is just do a little account overview. So I've been playing this game since the day one. I couldn't wait for it to come out when they announced it. Then was out and played it day one. I've missed a few days. I missed about a week when I went on vacation with my wife. Couldn't take Star Rail with me, and I missed a couple days here and there because just busy or whatever. But I pretty much check in and play almost every day. So let's go on and get into it here. Take a look at the data bank here, and the first thing we're gonna do is look at the characters. So it looks like it says I have 30 out of 40 characters, and this is who I have. So my account, I'm not gonna say it's free to play. It's not. I bought the battle pass pretty much every month, and then I think like 3 times I bought the supply pass thing where you get like 90 jades every day or something like that. I've only done that a few times, so definitely have paid into this game. I'd say it's probably about the amount of a regular console game, maybe I don't know, $40-50 so far. Definitely got my money's worth out of it. And these are the characters that I've been able to get. So let's go and switch to the mouse here. Obviously, the MC, but Well, Japard, Locha, Jingwan, Blade, everyone's Whipping Boy, Yingxing, Bailu, Jinglu, Bibiter Lune, Hua. And I pretty much have every 4-star character, including, I don't even know how to pronounce her name, Zui, and Hanya. I know those ones were pretty hard to get when they first came out, but I've got her, I think, at like E1, and same with her, E1 or E2. And then of course these are all the characters I do not have. So my pulling strategy has been basically pull on every banner as much as I can, and I get what I get. So there's been times where characters I actually wanted, I was not able to get. Specifically this round I was not able to get Ron May, and I didn't really want Topaz at first, but towards the end I did, so I started pulling kind of late. Still didn't get her. Didn't want Argenti at first, but now I really regret that I didn't get him, because he would be, since erudition is super big now, he would have been a definitely good addition to my team. And as far as light cones go, I don't have a whole lot of 5-star ones. So I have Himiko's light cone, but no Himiko. I do have Yangqing's light cone, Bailu's, Jinglu. Like, I got that one. This one was a good one because even on when Jinglu's banner, I had pulled a lot on the banner before and then saved, so I was able to get Jinglu and just in the first 10 pull, and her light cone and the next 10 pull is easy. Of course, these are the free ones you get from, what is that called? Simulated Universe. Yeah, Simulated Universe, and then a bunch of these I've gotten. I actually got this one recently. So I actually have like 2 sets of Secret Vow here. I have, for my blade, I have one to S5, and then I think I got an S2 that I use for Arlen. Arlen is like my secret character who I love. It's not that great, but I've decided to fully invest because I have him at E6 now. So once you get somebody at E6 at like almost 5-star level, if you fully power them up, at least that's what I think. But let's get into the details of it here. So you look at my actual characters. So Fire MC, I have him fully leveled up, and the light cone I have for him is We Are Wildfire. Now I know that's not the best one for him, because pretty much after about 5 rounds, you get no bonuses from this light cone. However, it saved my butt in the beginning of the game because it heals you between battles. So whenever you get out of a battle and start a new one, it heals you. And I have this one superimposed to 5, so it heals you for 50% of their missing HP. So it's been useful, so I just kind of left it there. Oops, let me go back here. Traces, most of his traces are maxed out. And then for relics, relics are not maxed out, but he does the job. You know what I'm saying? And of course, you know, he has all of his eidolons because it's the MC. You kind of get those basically for free. And then I have Jinglu here. Same thing. I know you may look at the stats and be like, oh man, her crit rate, dude, but it's high enough to when she goes into eclipse mode or whatever, it's over 70, and the rutilant on her relics can kick in. So as you can see, I got her relics all the way maxed out. Traces not maxed, mostly to 8. And then of course the light cone is maxed out as well. My blade, man, my blade is like my biggest disappointment. I got him, somebody I really wanted, but I just cannot get his crit rate to be super high like everybody else's. I mean, it's decent, but it's not great. And same thing with his crit damage. And then I'm using a secret vow. I do have it to S5, so that's something. But just can't really use him in match with Loche, even though I do all the time. I use these 3 together in a group often because they all kind of proc each other's abilities. So her, when she's attacking, when she's in eclipse state, takes energy, which makes it so he can get the numbers for his follow-up attack, and then he automatically heals, which then makes him put up the aura so everybody heals. So it's a pretty good team. So let me go back to blade. Traces, you know, 8s and 9s. Relics mostly maxed out, they're not great, and of course he's at E0. And then Lucha, I need to invest in him more, but his healing is so potent that even at his current level, like, he kicks butt. So I have him of course maxed, and I'm using perfect timing. That's superimposed to 3, and I have his effect rate up high enough. Let's go into that. The bonus kicks in for his healing, so that's pretty decent there. But let's see, same thing. His trace is 7, mostly 8. I need to get those up to get his healing up. One thing I will say is his attack is ridiculous. I think he has probably the highest attack out of all my characters. And then his relics pretty low, you know, 0 eidolons. And here I go, I got Hua. She was very, very useful. Mainly because once she hits you with the heal that can heal 3 people all at once, her ability kicks in where it actually can take away and dispel debuffs and poisons and whatnot, which is definitely helpful. Her skill point management is just okay, but I still like her. I'm using a shared feeling for her light cone instead of the signature one you get. Well, I guess it's not really a signature one, but instead of the one you get, hey over here, this one probably does, hey over here does more healing, like straight up healing, but I wanted her to be more of like a hybrid healing / support character, because you know her super gives attack, and energy. So this one makes it so they superimpose a 5, so it does help healing by 20% and gives 4 energy whenever they use a skill. Same thing, traces at 7s, you know, relics at mid-range. Bailu, I do have her signature light cone. Her stats are pretty high, got an HP. So Bailu, as far as healing goes, her biggest problem to me is the randomness of her healing. When you drop the healing somewhere, it just kind of hits whomever it wants to after the first person you hit. I kind of hate that, but she does do, her super does heal well, and it gives everybody a defense boost if you have that set up for her traces, which I do. So that helps. I really only use her in a healing situation where I don't have to worry too much about debuffs hitting me, like wind shear or something, and it's more about defense. Actually, her paired with Japard is fantastic. Speaking of Japard, so Japard, I always wanted this character, and I just got him recently, right? The bad news is, so I got him on the regular banner as a 5-star, and I was like, yes, finally got Jeppy Boy, right? But then I lost 2 50/50s to this fool in a row, by the way. So I actually have him at E2, which the first one is actually pretty useful. When using the skill, he freezes. That helps a whole lot, and then slows the enemy down when they use it too. It's pretty cool, but man, I definitely would have rather had the other characters that I was supposed to get instead of losing that 50/50. I always wanted Welt, but Welt without his signature Lycon is a tough sell. But right now I'm using Resolution Shines of Pearl Sweat, and it makes him more of a debuffer, so I can put him in a team to make him be like that. And His, same thing, 7/8. The thing is, my strategy is I kind of upgrade everybody all at once. So you'll know there's only a few people like Jinglu and probably Blade that have heavy investment in, but everyone else is kind of mid investment. I do have pretty good investment here in our boy Big Daddy General here. I used to have on his light cone Birth itself for the follow-up damage was so good, but I recently been investing in the herder so I can help out with this new mode. So I switched over to this light cone, and now he's back to being like kind of mid. When I had him before, at least his follow-up damage was brutal, but now I don't know. I do have the seriousness of Breakfast. I just have to superimpose it one more time and finish leveling up, and that will probably make him a little bit better. But for now, just looking at his stats, I sacrificed his attack for speed. He's having about 3,000 attack, but now he is at 2,600 for speed, which actually makes him attack a little more often. So I think that was kind of worth it. Like I said, Lycone, his stuff is at 8, pretty much heavily invested. Relics, I switched him over to the follow-up damage erudition friendly suit set before instead of electricity set. Of course, I only have him at E1. Imbibitor Lune Dan Hung. I think some other creator calls him the Imagine Daniel or Imagine Dragon Daniel, something like that. I have him with Fall of an Aeon, and he's actually pretty good. I wish his crit damage was a little bit higher, but his crit rate is at 72 naturally, so that's pretty decent. And also Fall of an Aeon is at S5. Traces at 7/8. Relics mostly maxed up, and of course he's at E1. Let's see who else. Those are all my 5 stars, and then I have my support characters here. Like I have the this was the special event light cone for, I forgot what event it came from, but the tutorial mission one is actually a pretty good light cone for her. Makes her get a super like pretty much every other round. Her she's all the way. I need to get these last couple nodes here, but I will eventually. I'm just scatterbrained about the way that I upgrade my characters. It's whatever I feel like doing one day. Oh man, don't let me have been drinking. See, it's funny, man, is I actually have, and let's just go off on a little tangent here. I actually have, where is he? Arlen, who's like kind of my favorite character, leveled up like this, but literally all this investment has been when I was playing late night drunk. Well, maybe not drunk, a little faded. That's the only reason why Arlen has any investment. He actually has some potential, but I feel like I'm gonna have to like fully max this boy out. My more interesting characters, I'm just kind of building everyone out, as you can see, and not everybody is fully leveled up with fully leveled light cones. Some people I go hard in the paint for, like I got this Zuyi, and I was like, oh yeah. So I went ahead and gave her like full 80. Got her light cone almost powered up under the blue sky. Traces are at 7/8. I plan to kind of max all that out. Relics are for break effect, break effect, break effect. And I have her at E1. So I got pretty lucky there. And then her sister, oh, I don't even have E1. I just got E0 on that one. I still have her heavily invested though. Yeah, level 80. I have like, I guess this is Branya's, 4-star light cone for break effect. Traces are at 7/8. Relics are pretty decent, but most of my characters are kind of just okay. But I think I skipped past somebody, didn't I? Oh, you know what? He's just not included in the 5 stars because I don't have him leveled. Oh, okay. Yang Ching. So I actually have him and his signature light cone. His attack and stuff is ridiculous. I got his defense up because he's super squishy. His speed is good enough once his passive procs in, because he actually can do quite a bit of damage. But the problem with him is most other hunt characters, they have some sort of ability to make some speed up and skip turns or attack more than once or something, and he just doesn't have that. So as powerful as he is, my Sushang, who is at E6, is probably stronger than him, especially paired with the break effect and all that. So that's just kind of a basic overview. I don't want to go through and look at every single character and how some of them are leveled and how some of them aren't leveled. But that's pretty much where we're at right now. I am at Trailblaze level 70, and I really do enjoy playing this game. Like I said, it's a guilty pleasure of mine that I sometimes don't want to tell some of my friends, because most of the time when I tell them, they're kind of like, what game is that? Honk or what? So I rather enjoy the game quite a bit, probably because I'm a big RPG turn-based game player. So this one is like a never-ending one that I can pretty much always play. I don't know if I'll ever go in-depth in strategy guides and all that kind of stuff, because I kind of just play for fun and play with what feels good for me. That's why if we go and look at some things here, you'll see I don't have, for instance, this here isn't, I don't have this like 3-starred all the way out. I got the first one 3-star. Man, I just barely struggled because I finally leveled up Herta to get 2 stars on this number 3. I finished number 4, but I've managed to get 80 stars on it. Like, I'm just like I said, not that great of a player here. And then I think, do I have, let's see, can I show you that? Or is it over here? Oh yeah, it's over here. Forgotten Hall. So this is actually the highest I've ever gotten this run of Forgotten Hall. Usually once I get to about 8 or 9 or 8 or so, I'm like, I don't want to struggle through a battle. Like, I play this game for fun, not to be biting my nails and worried if I'm going to get through it at all. But I actually got through 10, and then they added 11 and then 12 after that. I'm probably not going to do them. The only thing that really motivates me to do those is to get the Jades, because this particular time I wanted to get Blade's signature Lycone, but I pulled on it and just was not able to get it. And this is, I think the game refreshes today, as a matter of fact. So yeah, 19 hours. So I will not be getting this Lycone probably. That's a shame. I wanted, but like didn't want Ron May. I'm not even sure who's even on the next banner. So I'm probably just gonna chill. I always say that though. I always say, oh man, I'm gonna save up my Jades and tickets for next time, but I know I'm not. And if we look at, let's see, and you're like, why are you using a controller, man? Guess it would be easier if I went this way. What am I even looking for? Nameless Honor. You can see I have not bought the pass yet, even though I have it at like level 45 or 46. I probably will once I reach like level 50, so I can get everything all at once and get the light cones. As far as the light cones go, I think I've gotten, I think the only one here I don't have is this Nihility one. I don't have Nowhere to Run, and I don't have Return of Darkness because they're hunt ones. Nowhere to Run is Destruction. I don't really have a character that would really use that right now. The Nihility one, I'm always short on those, so I might get that one. It's just the perks are kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? So, well, that's my account for now. It's not super crazy, just a regular dude that plays Star Rail all the time. Just wanted to have you guys get a look at it. And like I always say at the end of all of my videos, y'all be good out there.